time for the match game, Hollywood Squares. Our with from Trapper John, MD, Brian Mitchell. From another world, Anna Stewart. From Onstage America, Randy Oates. Marty Cohen. George Goebel. And the stars of the match game, Hollywood Squares are Gene Rayburn and John Bowman.
Thank you. It matches your tie, doesn't it?
Is it? What kind of a flower is that?
I don't know what.
Macho will see.
It's a. What is it? This is a.
Is that a mum?
What kind of flower is this? I forgot.
What is it? You
Pink.
couldn't figure.
That's not pink.
No.
It is pink.
We were trying to figure this out yesterday.
Carnation.
What kind? No.
You mean we have an audience full of people here,
Is that a
not
chrysanthemum?
one person knows what kind of flower?
It's like a baby dahlia.
They're an oil
or
painting.
something. It's no.
It's not a camellia.
No,
darling.
no. It's like
Not an aster.
It's like a baby.
It looks like an aster.
We'll be back to name that flower in just a moment, but first.
No, it's like a dahlia or a.
No, it's not a dahlia.
Like a little
Not a
one.
camellia.
Or
Anyway.
like a pink marigold.
See what you started?
Yeah, I know.
It's all your
My
fault,
goodness.
Brian.
It's always your
Let's
fault.
begin, shall we? We'll greet our two players
I was
over here.
hoping
We
we would
have
get
Minnie
them.
Ortiz and Debbie Rhodes. Hello there. Now, let's begin with Minnie. Going to find out a little bit about you, please.
Okay, I'm a native Californian. I've lived in Ventura County all my life. I'm a single parent. I have two really neat kids. Monica's 17 and Stephanie's 13, and I am employed as a social worker.
All right, Minnie, welcome and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Now let's hear from Debbie, please.
I live in Fullerton. I'm a full-time student at Cypress College. I work part-time in sales, and in my spare time, I love to go camping, and I also enjoy watching baseball.
We have a camp among us. She's a camp. Where do you camp?
I like to go to Big Bear,
Right.
Table Mountain,
I mean, you really sleep outdoors all night and all that?
in a tent, yeah.
Really? Insects bite you and all, and they get mosquito bitten?
Sometimes.
Let's go to Camp Snoopy.
Let's begin the match game here. We'll play 3 rounds. The winner will go on to challenge our returning champion on Hollywood Squares for a chance to win up to $30,000. Minnie won the toss. She'll go first.
I'll take A, please.
A it is for you, Minnie. Here's what it says. Did you hear that Fat Frida got a job as a belly dancer? Grossa ragazza.
Right.
Instead of a tiny jewel, she dances with a blank in her navel. Big woman. You know how to belly dance?
I do. Yes,
You
I
do?
do. I definitely do.
It's good exercise.
It's
I,
great.
There's a place in New York where they teach that to women.
Yes,
because
I
it's
studied
good.
it.
And
I studied it for about 4 years.
you studied belly dancing
Yes,
for 4
I
years?
did.
Could you show us one little move?
Absolutely.
Step out here.
You would all just.
She's a belly dancer. See that arm movement? Wow.
Oh, you do all this.
Yeah, great stuff.
All right.
Ready, John?
Sure.
Here we go. Minnie, did you hear that Fat Frida got a job as a belly dancer? Instead of a tiny jewel, she dances with a blank in her navel.
Pizza?
See, instead of a small jewel, it would be... Pizza, I don't think would work. Here. Brian, what have you got?
Fat Frida is fat.
Yeah, she is very big.
As a matter of fact, she's so fat that she dances with a crystal platter in her navel.
Crystal platter. That'll be good. A crystal ball, crystal platter. Marty?
Instead of a little tiny gem, I was going to say Elizabeth Taylor's 69-carat diamond, because it would be a great big giant gem. But
Right,
I didn't
that would
say
be
that
a
because
large
then, of
stone.
course, that's right. Then Randy reminded me that this was Fat Frida and she ate too much food, so she had a ding-dong in her navel.
A bell.
No, a ding dong. It's like a cupcake. It's like cake and it's like a cupcake. It's a ding dong. You know, you don't eat ding dongs.
I don't eat any of that
Well,
junk
I was
food.
going to do Twinkie, but I
Twinkie?
I changed my mind and I said donut.
A donut, okay.
Neither works, sorry.
You've never had a ding dong.
No, I've never eaten a Twinkie, never eaten a ding dong, and I never intend to.
Ever had a ho ho?
No. No. No.
You ever have to sit beside a ding dong?
No.
No, but hum a few bars and I'll take it.
John, shall we get on with it? And
Sure,
stop
why
all
not?
this banter?
I said something that they have at rock concerts. It's a mirror ball.
There's a good answer.
Yeah, well,
There's a good answer.
a little obscure.
Big, bright, crystal-like thing.
I thought of like a golden egg.
Aha, that's
Big
another
egg.
good one. A good one. All right, George.
Well,
you knew Fat Frida, didn't you?
I knew her quite well.
You
Yes,
did.
we were good friends. And what reminded me that flower you were wearing, I said a bouquet of flowers would be nice.
A bouquet of flowers.
Yes.
All right, George. So, Minnie, you have your first round question. Debbie, let's see what we have for you. Harry, the Hollywood swinger, said.
All right.
He says, I went to my first celebrity wife swapping party.
Yeah.
But I got drunk and made a big mistake. I traded my wife for blank. Here you are. You're all sophisticated showbiz people.
Now, Gina, I've never been to such a thing.
You haven't.
No.
Would you like to go?
Just makes everybody want to dance this music, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
No, really. This is really hip music. Michael Jackson should do a version of this. It would be dun dun.
I think you ought to study it.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see it. Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
All right.
This could be the
Here
longest
we go,
question
Debbie.
ever.
Harry, the Hollywood swinger, said, I went to my first celebrity wife swapping party, but I got drunk and made a big mistake. I traded my wife for
Howard Cosell.
Howard Cosell.
That is a mistake.
That is some mistake. Wow.
Late in the fourth quarter, she makes a terrible answer.
What have you got, Brian?
I said, this is silly, and I know there's better answers than this, but I said, what the heck? The watchdog.
The watchdog.
Big laugh it got, huh? Okay, let's put this one right in the garbage.
I don't mind that one at all. Marty?
I got very, very drunk. And I swapped my wife for Boy George.
I like that one. You look menacing.
She is, Gene.
The dog.
The dog.
Great answer, Randy. That's a really
I
excellent
know,
answer.
Brian. It's a good answer.
All right.
It's also a really good answer because the only element she missed is the celebrity dog, Lassie.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. He got it.
A celebrity wife swapping party.
These celebrity parties are really bizarre, and maybe, I said my boss, because maybe his boss came in a dress, I don't know.
Need a
Drew
job,
blank,
Anna?
didn't you?
We'll give you a job.
Dance, Anna, dance.
Don't worry.
Don't give up your
Stick to
job in the
belly
soap opera.
I think she is on another world.
All right. George.
I made a terrible mistake. I swapped her for another one just like her.
Good answer.
So there we are. 0-0 at the end of round one. Round two will be long in a moment or so, but first we'd like you to pay attention to this.
$200 to start with.
These shows
Ready to play?
Oh, yeah.
are primed
Boy, am I getting out of her way.
for prime time.
Are you ready to have a go at it?
I'm ready.
And go!
From classic concentration
Feel lucky today.
to match game Hollywood Squares Hour.
Right to agree, and you in the game!
Incredible.
Fabulous. Never have so many shows been so primed for prime time.
So you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Buzzer Prime. Weeknights starting at 8.
Oh, I love that.
Right here on Buzzer.
Here we go to round two.
Very smart.
Let's see now. Score is tied. She went first last time, so Debbie, you're up now.
B, please.
B it is. Fay Ray said.
Who?
Fay Ray. You remember him?
Get your hands off me.
Yeah. Fay Ray said,
Who dated her?
King Kong is climbing my apartment building again. He just stuck his blank in my window.
No. Okay.
1984, remember Big Brother is watching over your shoulder. But this is the year.
Which one? This one?
I have no idea. I quit.
Now, there are a number of very good possibilities here, Marty.
I quit.
And someone, all right, Debbie. Fay Ray said, you know who Fay Ray is? No? All right, Debbie, let me just explain. Before you were born, there was a picture made called King Kong, starring a wonderful young actress named Fay Ray. And King Kong, you know who he is. He was a big ape, and he fell in love with her. And he was so big he could hold her in the palm of his hand. And he would follow her wherever she went, okay? So he was trying to, keep company with her or ask her for a date or something. I don't know what he had in mind. But he was always going after her, and so she says, King Kong is climbing my apartment building again. He just stuck his blank in my window.
His buns?
His buns?
She's going to say buns no matter who Fay Ray was.
Debbie, see, if he was in love with her, he wouldn't throw a moon at her, would he? No. Well, we have to accept your answer. I mean, who would moon Fay Ray? I wouldn't. Would you, Brian?
I wouldn't. No, I certainly
No,
wouldn't.
you can't throw a moon at Fay Ray. She's too sweet.
That's right. If I were King Kong and I were climbing up the building, I would probably stick my foot in the window.
Foot is good, yeah. What do you got, Marty? A full house?
Well, no, I had a lot of answers. I had big toe, that wasn't any good.
Yeah.
I had nose, that wasn't any good.
Right.
I had paw, that wasn't any good. Yeah, but I didn't have buns nowhere.
No buns, no.
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 I ended up with face. Stuck his face in there.
All right. Stuck his face.
No
in
buns.
No,
You have no buns either, I suppose.
no, big paws.
Dirty paws.
Oh, dirty
All right.
paws. Sorry.
All right. Okay. What do you stick in the window?
I thought this was really an obvious question. King Kong stuck his banana in the window.
You're fired.
You're fired, Bauman.
Well,
John and I think just alike.
banana. All right. He had his lunch with him. What have you got, George?
I said he stuck his big toe in there and nailed me to the wall.
Big toe and nailed me to the wall. All right. Well, Debbie, at least you've learned about ancient history here and motion pictures of yesteryear. Ginger said, I like my men the same way I like my eggs. I like them blank.
Ginger said.
She said that.
Would you repeat that, please, Mr. River?
I like my men the same way I like my eggs. I like them blank.
Oh,
Close.
Waiting for you guys in the upper tier.
Oh, this is you.
All
These
those
are really
answers.
tough ones. Wait a minute, just 1 second.
Just choose.
Okay, here. Okay, I'm sorry.
I know.
Marty,
He writes down
They're so
everything.
I can't.
getting dumber
this is
every
so
week.
difficult. This is like shopping. You like this one, you like that one.
Minnie, are you ready? Here
I
it
hear
is.
the question. Okay.
Ginger said, I like my men the same way I like my eggs. I like them blank.
Over easy.
Over easy. That may happen. I like mine that way, too. My eggs, that is.
Okay. That's a good answer, Minnie. Well, I thought Ginger was a tough cookie. She liked her man hard-boiled.
Hard-boiled, another good possibility. No. No.
Can't show that? Well, then I won't show anything but the actual answer over easy.
Over easy. All right, one for Minnie.
They're going to wonder why I
Over
didn't get this
easy.
one.
Over easy, 2 for Minnie. John?
Sorry, hard-boiled.
I don't
know if I like my eggs this way, but I definitely like my men over
easy. She's up to 3, George.
Creating a bit of an image here.
First I said deviled, and then I said, but I really said hard-boiled.
You said hard-boiled. Okay, George. So at the end of round 2, it's 3-0, Minnie's favor. We've got one more round to go, and we'll see who will win this game. Be right back. Here we go with the third and final round. Minnie's ahead. You go first.
I'll take A, please.
All right, Minnie. This is what it says. Larry said, I never should have married a school teacher. On our honeymoon, she gave me a blank. Ba-da-ba. All right, George, put that in a slot. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Trust me, Brian.
Right. All right, I guess we're all set now. Minnie, you were looking at me quizzically, and I haven't even read the question yet. Larry said I never should have married a school teacher. On our honeymoon, she gave me a blank.
A test?
A test. That's okay. Test is all right. Anything a school teacher does, a test or anything like that, a grade, what do you say, Brian?
Well, she gave him a test, all right, but unfortunately, she also gave him an F.
He failed.
Yes.
Yes,
All right.
Janie fails.
Oh,
We don't play up
Come to
here.
you, John.
Yeah, give me an F.
All right.
I said,
Is that it?
she gave him a spanking. I don't
Oh,
know.
and he loved it.
She is developing a
tied
real
him up.
image on this show.
Got the leather out and all that.
Great for
George.
your career, Anna.
She gave him a 0.
A 0. All right. Okay, Minnie, you've had your shot at it. Now, Debbie, this is your last chance to tie or win. You could tie it with 3, win it with 4. Absent-minded Andy is so absent-minded.
I forgot to say that.
Not bad. Last night he kissed his TV set and blanked his wife.
Aha.
You like yours?
What do you got? Yeah. That's
Okay, George? All right, Debbie, think about it carefully now. Absent-minded Andy is so absent-minded. Last night he kissed his TV set and blanked his wife.
Turned off his wife.
Turned off his wife.
You got it.
He would have been better off if he had turned on his wife, wouldn't he?
He certainly would have, Ollie, but unfortunately, he turned her off.
Turned off. 3-1. Okay.
Gesundheit, God bless you.
Wow.
God bless you.
Wow, when you have
And God
to
bless the
sleep,
set designer,
you
too.
ought to- Thank you.
Here goes the San Andreas.
Hey, Minnie.
Right.
Hey, Minnie.
Does everybody ever just call you Minnie?
Hey, Minnie. How's Walt?
Okay. He turned her off.
Turned her off. All right, 3-2. One more for a tie. Randy?
Once again, turned her
Turned
off.
off. Okay, we got a tie score. All right, John, it's up to you.
I hate to be the cause of anyone losing, but at least I'm the cause of someone winning. Turned her off.
All right, Debbie wins the game. Nice to have you with, please. Minnie, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Going to send some gifts to you from the match game. Minnie Ortiz, ladies and gentlemen. There she goes. Hey, congratulations. How do you feel?
I feel wonderful.
Good, good. Now, we're going to switch to Hollywood Squares now. We'll bring in the rest of the furniture, and the other stars will be along. John and I will trade places. Lots more excitement coming up your way. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
A member of our studio audience will receive Oneida Silversmith's gift certificate for a beautiful assortment of gifts for your entertaining and enjoyment, including your choice of luxurious stainless flatware and silver-plated hollowware furnished by Oneida Silversmiths. It's time for more of the match game. Hollywood Square. Our win from Night Court, Richard Mull. From the Hill Street Blues, Rene Enriquez. taking over the star of the Hollywood Square, John Bowman.
Hey, I can't. Oh, boy, are we going to have a good time today. Come back with us to play Hollywood Squares. Richard.
And now, John Bowman and the Hollywood Square.
Thank you. Debbie Rhodes is back, and she's going to kiss her TV set when she watches this on the air because she made it through the match game into Hollywood Squares. We have 3 celebrities with us. Once again, Fern Fitzgerald, Renee Enriquez, and Richard Mall. I was kidding Richard before the show in the dressing room. He was walking around in the halls, actually, in a T-shirt. And I suggested that that might be an interesting look for the show. Richard improved on my notion and forgot to wear his blank.
Sure.
John, I decided it was time to show a little skin around here.
Now, Richard, if we could just be serious for a minute.
Do you mind?
About this character that you play on Night Court. Why don't you just describe him for people who may not have seen the show?
His name is Bull Shannon, and he's the bailiff, the court bailiff. Nobody messes around in my courtroom. Menacing look. Hey, but I do have a heart of gold, though. Hey, give me a break.
It is quite a terrific characterization. If you haven't seen it, catch it because it's renewed for next year right here on NBC.
That's right.
And you're renewed for Hollywood Squares, my dear. Let's sit right over here and play. Here we go.
Here's our defending champion. His name is Tom Whitesell. His total in one glorious day of competition, 11,375 smackaroos. Well, that was nice, huh?
Oh, it was great.
And I'll tell you what, Tom, if you could tell us what kind of flower Gene Rayburn is wearing in his lapel, you win the game.
It's an azalea. Do I win?
I think you're really our last hope. The last new person we've got coming out. You are a graduate student, correct?
Correct.
Majoring,
UCLA.
yes, getting a master's in Hollywood Squares, I believe?
Right now, in business administration.
Right. And you're going to the Great Barrier Reef, right?
Well, I was originally going to go there. I think now I'm going to expand and go around the world now that I've...
I understand. The point is he's got the money to do it. And he may not be done yet because he's going to play Hollywood Squares at least one more time if he gets through it or Debbie gets through it. One of them will go on to play Supermatch, and that can be worth up to $30,000. First game's always worth $100, $25 for every square. Tom, your move.
Okay, Marty.
Marty Cohen to start.
Okay.
You're in a snake swapping club. Ooh. Can you send your asp through the U.S. mails?
Oops.
Or will the post office refuse it?
It's been refused so often.
I don't believe you can send an asp through the regular U.S. mails. I think you would have to send it special. You can't just put a living creature into a box and go to Georgia.
He says the post office will refuse that snake. What do you say, Tom, for the first square?
I agree.
The post office will refuse it. You're right to agree. And you get the first square. You'll have to find another way to move your ass. Debbie, your move for an O.
Gene, please.
Gene Rayburn.
Your asp, you say, eh?
I do. I did. Where will you find more cholesterol, Gene? In one average chicken egg? Or in 1 ounce of beef brains?
Well, they're both very high in cholesterol. The yolk is very high. Ounce for ounce. 1 ounce of chicken egg. Are you talking about
an average chicken egg?
The albumin and the...
An entire egg.
So if you had 1 ounce of that, that means you'd have to mix it up.
No, it's just 1 ounce of beef brains as opposed to 1 entire chicken egg.
Aha.
When's the last time you had beef brains, Jim?
Beef brains is very high. I love brains, but they're very high in cholesterol. I would say the beef brains would probably have more cholesterol.
He says beef brains are higher in cholesterol. What do you say, Deb?
I agree.
1 ounce of beef brains, higher in cholesterol. You're right to agree, and you get the square. 700 MGS2 272. Okay. Beef brains weren't a regular part of my diet anyway. Tom, your move. Pick a star for an X.
Take Fern, please.
Okay, Fern Fitzgerald from Dallas. You just bought 1,000,000 fireflies and you stuck them in your basement.
Yes.
Will the light from their bodies produce enough heat to warm up your entire house? Or not enough to warm up an English muffin?
How many fireflies?
Hey, you got 1,000,000 of them.
1,000,000. Are they married? 1,000,000 fireflies to heat up my house? I just moved to a new house. It couldn't heat it. I say no, it would probably heat an English muffin. Is that the other?
Not even enough to warm up.
Not even enough to warm up an English muffin.
What do you say?
I agree.
Not even enough heat from those fireflies to warm up an English muffin. You are right to agree. You get the square.
I know the English muffin.
Hollywood Squares game that is warming up. It will warm itself up to termination right after these messages. Stick with us.
Stay tuned for more of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour.
Do you...
Now back to John Bauman and the Hollywood Square.
50 for the champ, 25 for the challenger. Still in a $100 game. That's what that means. Debbie Rhodes, pick a star for an O.
George, please.
Okay, George to block. Right?
Yes, George to block.
Yeah, you missed this one. The first game goes to Tom. If you're like most married couples, who chooses what kind of pet you'll have, George? You or your wife?
In my family, my wife chooses everything. She even chose me.
She did okay there.
Say it again, please.
Who chooses what kind of pet you'll have?
Oh, I will.
In a marriage.
I will.
Okay, so the man.
The man.
What do you say, Deb? Agree or disagree?
I agree.
In most married couples, apparently the wife will choose the pet. So you should have disagreed with George. Your opponent gets that square, and your opponent wins the first game. All right. George, sometimes we say on this show, particularly on Match Game, but I guess it applies here, go with your first instinct. George started with his wife chooses everything, and he should have stuck with it.
Yeah, but she never goes hunting. I don't know why she'd want to choose it.
We will now clear the board and zip ourselves right along to the next game. This one is worth $200, and it's very early in the day, so do not despair. Debbie Rhodes, pick a star.
Marty, please.
Okay, Mr. Cohen.
Hey, John.
Can you catch warts from a doorknob?
Well, first I want to ask, after the cow loses its brains, does it moo like this? Okay, those are cow brains.
Can you catch warts from a doorknob? Or do you have nothing to worry about?
What? You have to have a wart net to catch a wart, because they're little fast little creatures, and you'll see what they say, there goes a wart, and you grab it like this, and it gets on your hand right there. And no, you can't catch warts from a doorknob. Warts are genetic.
Agree or disagree, Debbie?
I agree.
You can catch warts from a doorknob. No, you should have disagreed with Marty, and your opponent gets the first square in this game.
I can. I
All right,
think I do.
off to a good start.
What kind of doorknob? Where you hang out,
Tom?
stuff.
Richard.
Uh-huh.
I'm ready.
What weighs more, Richard? An adult prehistoric beaver? Or George Goebel?
What?
George, I hate to insult you, but I'm going to go with the beaver.
Richard's going to go with the prehistoric beaver as weighing more. What do you say, Tom?
I disagree.
The prehistoric beaver does weigh more. No, you should have agreed with Richard, who knew his prehistoric beavers. The prehistoric beaver, in fact, weighed 300 pounds, which is quite sizable. I'm sure we'll all agree. Debbie, that was good for you. Pick a star.
Randy, please.
Randy Oakes.
Okay.
On stage. Do bats really sleep hanging upside down from the ceiling? Or do they prefer to lie on their tummies?
Gee, the ones you've dated,
Shut up, Marty.
Okay, Rand. Sorry, Rand.
We've all heard that they
I would,
sleep.
I would guess, because we have heard so much, that they actually do hang upside down.
So she says they really do hang upside down. It's not a myth. Agree or disagree, Debbie?
I agree.
They really do sleep
Good.
hanging upside down from the ceiling. Yes, you're right to agree, and you get the square. Always clutching their favorite stuffed animals. Tom?
George to block.
The tables have turned just a little bit. If you miss this one, Debbie takes the game and the lead. You're attending a state dinner at the White House, and you can't finish everything on your plate. Now, according to official White House protocol, is it okay to ask for a doggy bag? Or would that be an official no-no?
In the first place, I weigh 310 pounds.
I forgot to research. I was so sorry.
He didn't even bother to ask me. That's what bothers me. No, you can't. You don't ask for a doggy bag at the White House. I would not think that would be presumptuous.
He says you don't ask for a doggy bag. It's a no-no. What do you say, Tom? That would be an official no-no. You are right to agree. Yes, yes, you get an X. We will be back to complete the $200 game after this. Be there. Well, we've reached a critical juncture in our Hollywood Squares game. Debbie, you've had a little bit of time to ponder your move. Pick a star.
Fern to block.
Right. Now, if you miss this one, you're really going to give Tom a big lead.
Oh, don't make me feel bad, John.
Not yet.
You really miss this one.
Fern.
What?
Are ducks' feet a delicacy? Or are they about as edible as feathers?
Duck's feet. Well, let's see. Ducks have webbed feet. Might be nice to chew on.
Not if they wear socks.
How would you know? I've never heard of anybody. I've heard of pickled pig's feet and Gene's, what's those brains Gene eats and everything, but no, I don't believe that you could eat these things. They probably are as bad as feathers, which you get lodged in your throat.
Don't eat duck's feet. What do you say, Debbie?
I agree.
Duck's feet are a delicacy. You should have disagreed with Fern. Your opponent gets that square, and your opponent wins another game. Yummy! Duck's feet are a delicacy. I don't know to whom, but they're a delicacy. And that gives you a pretty substantial margin, Tom Weitzel. Don't breathe easy yet, though, because we will sweep the X's and O's off the board. We will start a $300 game, and we will start it once again with you, Debbie Rhodes.
Marty, please.
Okay. You're dating Joan Collins.
Sure,
You're dating Joan Collins.
Yeah.
Is it okay to go out in the sun with all those scratches on your back? Or should you avoid exposing them?
Well, she kept, the way I got them, she kept hitting me with that stupid copy of Playboy. I hate that. And what's the intonation of your question? What are you trying to say, John? Because you're saying, is it okay to go out with scratches on your back?
You have
I'm confused.
You have correctly judged that there's more to this question than meets the eye. The real point of this question is, if you're all scratched up, will going out in the sun aid your healing or slow your healing?
Why don't you just ask me that then, John? Actually,
Joan wanted the publicity.
The best thing for it would be to go in the swimming pool. But that's not on your list.
No.
It is, because that heals it. The ocean water, particularly. No, but I would say stay. Yes, it's okay to. Yes, it would be good for you to go in the sun. That
says it's good to go out in the sun. It's okay. Agree or disagree, Debbie?
I disagree.
Avoid exposing those scratches because the sun slows healing. You're right to disagree, and you get the first square in this game. Tom, your move.
Gene, please.
Does a giraffe ever get a sore throat? Or is that something that never happens?
I don't know, John.
Stick your neck out, Gene.
I don't know any giraffes. I don't know anything about this subject. I'll have to take a guess. I'd see a sore throat. I suppose it's possible for a giraffe to get a sore throat, but what a monumental swab job that would be, wouldn't it? Wow. Say Well, yeah, I'll say yes, it's possible.
What do you say, Tom?
I agree.
Giraffes get sore throats, yes. Bad ones. Right to agree, you get the square. Debbie, you need to know.
Brian, please.
Brian. There are more tractors in this country than anywhere else, is it? Here in the United States or in Russia?
Well, with all the farming here and all the grain that they always seem to want over there, I would say that we probably have more tractors here in the good old US of A.
What do you say, Deb?
I agree.
The United States has more tractors. You are right to agree, and you get another square. Tom Weitzel, your move for an X.
Randy to block.
All right, now you missed this one. The game goes to Debbie, and she's almost all the way caught up. Your boyfriend has just presented you with an engagement ring. Struck a nerve, did I? According to Emily Post, should you buy him an engagement ring too? Or would a nice pair of engagement cufflinks be more proper?
How about a ticket to Brazil? Let me think. I think it would be better to buy him cufflinks.
What do you say, Tom, to block?
I agree.
A pair of engagement cufflinks would be more proper. You're right to agree, and you get the square. And that may prove to be a very critical move for you, Tom Weitzel. She could have really charged from behind had she gotten that square. Debbie Rhodes, keep going for an O.
George, please.
Okay, Mr. Goebel.
Right.
You just pulled a major muscle. You just pulled it. Now what should you do? Heat it up or put it on ice?
Well, it happens both ways. Sometimes baseball players, they put them in the whirlpool, and that's warm, and sometimes they put it on ice.
You just pulled it.
Well, I don't think you ever can go wrong with ice, no matter what you do with it.
Agree or disagree, Debbie? He says put it on ice.
I agree.
Put that just pulled major muscle on ice. You're right to agree, and you get the square. Heat may work later, I believe. The bell means that time is up. He has done it once again. Second day in a row. Tom Weitzel, you're the champ. Attaboy. That wasn't as easy as it looked, really.
Close there.
Yeah, you're kind of tested every step of the way, but here comes a big test. Make your way over there. Get set for another shot at $30,000, potentially. Well, Debbie, that was really a closer match than the score would indicate, because had you gotten Randy Oates' square there, you would have been only about $25 or $50 behind and really could have made it. But you didn't. You still played very well. $150 leaving here. Debbie Rhodes, our thanks for playing Match Game Hollywood Squares. Gene, take it away.
Now, here we are with Tom. Tune in a moment or so to find out if he's going to add to his winnings of over $11,000. We'll be back right after this.
Ready to play?
1, 8, 2.
Say it again.
1,
8,
2.
Classic concentration.
You know it.
1,
8, 2.
1,
8.
2. You having fun?
Yeah.
1,
8.
2. You're a champ. 1,
8, 2.
select again. Go ahead. 1,
8, 2. 1,
8,
2.
And now, here to play the super match is Gene Rayburn.
Here we go. Ready, Tom?
All right, I'm ready.
All right. Let's see how much money he can win. He could win up to $30,000, remember. We polled an audience not too long ago and said, write down your best answer to this. Blank bag. If you give us the answer written down most often, it's $1,000, $500 for the second, $250 for the third. Whom do you call on for a little assist here?
Take John.
A paper bag.
All right, you've got one now.
You're
Marty?
basic.
Shopping bag.
Now you have two.
Randy.
Brown.
Brown bag.
Okay.
You got a tough one.
So you have brown bag, shopping bag, and paper bag. Now think it over carefully. You have an option here of choosing one of those or rejecting them and creating one of your own.
Shopping bag.
You want shopping bag?
I hope so, Tom.
Think he's right?
I don't know, Tom.
All right, let's find out if shopping bag is up there. May we see the $250 response, please? Shopping bag it is, right off the bat. I thought it'd be up there a little higher. Hold it. What's in the next one? Old bag. Leave the studio, madam. See the 500 one, please. Okay. Oh, there it is. Turn on the light. Okay. The light doesn't work. All right. May we see the top one, please? Bean bag.
What?
No.
Beanbag.
What? Oh, we
Very
surveyed an
popular.
audience of
We'll go for the
5-year-old
big
children.
No, they'd say beanbag.
Randy
Wouldn't just say yes.
Randy said bean.
No, you wouldn't. Okay. Well, listen, you got
Tough
$250, Tom.
That's frijoles,
And
Gene.
now it's time for the head-to-head match with any star of your choosing. And after you've made your decision, we'll ask the star to reveal a hidden number and multiply your $250 by that number. Now, we hope you get the biggest number you can. You know, there are 4 10s up there, 4 20s, and 1 30. Let's see if you can find it.
Marty.
Marty.
Ready, set, go. It's a 10, so that means you're playing for $2,500.
Well, as long as we win, that's the important thing.
All right, good luck to you. Here it is. Polo blank. P-O-L-O blank. Let you take a look at it. Polo blank. All right, Marty's ready, Tom. You collect the $2,500 if you match him. What do you say?
Polo horse.
Polo horse? Only thing you could think of. All right. The audience seems to groan there. They didn't.
If I said pony, is that a match?
Polo pony? No, in this part of the game,
exact,
it has
huh?
to be an exact match. The rules are a little more strict here.
And I'm glad I said shirt because it's
You
not
said polo
exact-
shirt.
Yeah.
Polo shirt and polo pony. All right.
Well, I was never going to say horse. It wouldn't have happened in 25
All right.
years. So.
So he's added to his winnings. He's got $12,125. We'll be back with him and the stars right after this. Here we go now to find out which of the stars had the one big number. Ready, set, go. Woo! Who had it? Richard Ball had it.
Richard Ball.
Yeah. George.
Yes.
You had something you wanted to talk about here?
Oh, yes. I'd like to mention my new series.
You have a new series?
I'm getting a series of flu shots starting Friday, and I'd like to mention it.
Thank you very much, George. I'm looking forward to that. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm Gene Rayburn inviting you to join us tomorrow.
John Robbins saying so long for the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. See you then.
A member of our studio audience will receive Tappan's Deluxe Microwave Oven with Tappan Touch Controls. Built-in browner, 10 different cooking speeds, so you can program to defrost and cook automatically, furnished by Tappan. This is Gene Wood speaking for the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. A Mark Goodson television production.